We have another Associated Press call in a Republican primary in Colorado tonight. This is in the 8th Congressional District. From the north end of the metro area up to Weld County. An overwhelming victory for Gabe Evans as the votes continue to come in. Noteworthy here is that the Colorado Republican Party dropped its neutrality rules to endorse Janak Joshi, the former state legislator and far-right fringe character. They didn't like the fact, they being Dave Williams, head of the Colorado Republican Party, didn't like the fact that Gabe Evans was supported by the Koch brothers Americans for Prosperity group, which is a group that is opposing Williams. So as such, the Colorado GOP endorsed Janak Joshi, even though Donald Trump himself went for Gabe Evans. Is Evans still speaking? He has not spoken yet. We will go to Thornton. Satire Brewing, I believe, is where Williams is when he's ready to speak. But first, we're going to talk to our Janelle Finch, who is there covering this primary tonight. And that's a quick call, Janelle, but pretty much what political observers expected.
Hi, Kyle. Like you said, yes, Evans was kind of sort of the front runner this entire time. And just as results came in, showing on 9 News that Evans has won this primary election for the Republican Party, the crowd just erupted here. Again, at Satire Brewing up in Thornton, we are getting ready to hear from Gabe Evans now. It looks like he is getting ready to head over to the podium. So we're going to hear him again as those results just came in moments ago, that he is the Republican candidate that will be on the ballot come November for the 8th Congressional District, Colorado's youngest congressional district. This is, like you said, a really big moment because it was a race that people have been watching for a very, very long time. So definitely looking forward to seeing what Evans has to say now that those results have come in, and sounds like they're getting started. So I'm going to step out the way.
Well, thank you all so much for coming today. Can you all hear me? The microphone isn't working. You all got me in the back? All right. Thank you so much for coming today. Obviously, we saw the results, that the race was just called, and this is the result of everyone in this room who has helped support this campaign, who has dedicated their time, who has dedicated their talent, and who has dedicated their treasure to being able to support our Fight Back movement. Because folks, we know that we've got problems. We know that Colorado is the #3 worst state in the nation for crimes. We know that we're the #2 state in the nation for our teenagers overdosing and dying as a result of illegal drugs. We know we're one of the highest states in the nation for cost of living. We know that we've got a wide open southern border and that the sanctuary state policies in Colorado are costing taxpayers anywhere from $2 to over $300 million taxpayer dollars. In fact, because of these policies, our second largest hospital system in Colorado is on the verge of collapse. And we know that my Democrat opponent, now that I am the Republican nominee, my Democrat opponent has voted for all of those failed policies. But the good news is, with this resounding win tonight, we are moving on to the next stage of this election. And we are going to carry that message forward. And that's a message that's critically important to me, because you all know my story. I'm married, I've got 2 boys. My grandfather immigrated to this country from Mexico for the American dream. My mom is here tonight, first generation American on her side. Spanish was her first language. Where I am today, the family that I have, is because of, as they say, you stand on the shoulders of giants. And so I am proud of my grandparents, my parents, who got me to this point. They laid the foundation that enabled me to go and serve.
Gabe Evans laying out the contrast that he sees between himself and sitting Democratic Congresswoman Dr. Yadira Caraveo. Interesting you hear him note there his ancestry, his roots that he's justifiably proud in. Dr. Caraveo, likewise proud of her Latina roots. And so you're going to have 2 folks of Hispanic descent running to represent a largely Latino district, or pardon me, a district with a large Latino component in northern Colorado. We've